Hey, hello and welcome in, or welcome back once again, where today we're going to build a performable multi-effects unit. Something you can throw over the top of any piece of music and do stuff like this. Very cool, very fun. Great for doing fills at the end of bars, great for spacing out sections. Could be used in a DJ setup, maybe. And I'm just going to talk you through how I made it. We'll make one from scratch, and you can do whatever you like with it. Patreon subscribers will, of course, get the entire project file. There are two versions of this in here. There's the first version I made, maybe just a little bit cleaner than this second one. I got a little carried away playing with the second one. But you can do whatever you like with either. First, let's just talk about the groove. It's not particularly exciting, unless you think that it is, in which case then you're right, I made it. Congratulations to me. I got some drums. This is a loop from the most recent folder I just put up on my Patreon. I got a bunch of garage loops in there, and then the music itself is all just stock Ableton stuff. Little donk patch, little organ thing. And is the piano even doing anything? Yeah, it's doing something there. So what's going on is I've got each of these effects on here, and you can see that as I hit notes on my keyboard, those one knobs I've kind of baked everything in each quote-unquote module down to are being handled by these per-key chains of envelope MIDI switches. If you've watched a lot of Ned Rush or Nicholas Thayer's channel, which if you watch my channel you probably have, you'll have seen this trick a lot. But Nettie and Nikki, I am going to use my envelopes and maybe even my velocity today. We'll see. So let's get started on one of these. I'll get myself a fresh MIDI channel. We'll call this Trigger 3. And on that, we will put an envelope MIDI. And then we will set it up in just kind of the traditional configuration for this. I am just going to do 4 effects today. We're going to have 5 of them, but 4 effects total. I'm going to have a stutter at the beginning and a stutter at the end. And then in between, I'd like to have something kind of similar to that robot sweepy filter thing we did in the intro. I would like one that's a dub throw kind of thing, but with a little extra sauce. And then one kind of maybe like a crusher, pitchy, scrambler kind of guy, and then a stutter at the end as well. So we'll have 5 chains in total, and we will set these up. I'm going to go for the octave of C3. I also have an idea I didn't try in the first one, but I might at the end of this, where I would use a couple chord devices in the octaves above and below to see if I can get the same effects to be triggered by the same notes in each octave without having to hunt up and down the keyboard for which octave the thing is in. And obviously you could use as many notes as there are, make as many effects as you want, similar to Stutter Edit, which was very wide open in this sense. But let's go ahead and start with a stutter. I'm going to grab a beat repeat, and we will set it to something we like. I would like it to be resetting itself, let's say, every 8th note. And then I'm going to use an LFO on a pretty quick sunk sample and hold to change that right there. Very cool. I've been really liking this around the head preset lately. Just an auto pan thing, so we can kind of make this dance left to right. Something like that, sure. That'll be fine for now. And then because of the way this repeat button triggers, I find that it actually works best to do a dry and a wet chain with this kind of thing, with these beat repeats, and fade between them. So we'll set it up like so. And then we'll just knock one at the end off, so we have one on each side that's fully wet or fully dry, and then map this to a knob over here. And our first envelope MIDI here we will just map to that knob. And now, as I hit my button, you can see that I'm just, my C3 key here, I'm just toggling between dry and wet. Here's what that sounds like. I'm gonna just adjust this a little bit, I think. I think that's cool. That's pretty glitchy and cool. We'll knock that down to one knob. You guys can get out of here. Second, I said I was going to do a filter sweepy robo-talkie kind of thing. So for our robo-talkiness, same as before, I'm going to use a delay on a pretty quick time. And then we'll get an auto filter, which I think I would like to be, let's do a high pass this time. Let's have it sweep up and out over a little bit of time. So for this one, and then I would also like, I think, a delay at the end that's going to do kind of a throw off of that sweep. And so for this one, what we're actually going to want is two envelope midis. We're going to group these up, and we're going to have one be fast and one be slow. So the fast one will take effect immediately, and the slow one will have some attack on it. Maybe something like that, and a little bit of release as well. So fast things that we would like to come on immediately would be this robo-talkiness. Actually, you know what? I'm going to, in the sake of keeping things looking kind of clean, I'm going to group these, and then we're going to map things to the fast and slow knobs and do them all at once, and then we can do things in the parameter ranges to affect how much they move. So we'll have that to our fast. Our frequency will map to this one, which will be slow. And then let's go ahead and map our immediate one to the fast knob, and our other one to slow. See what we got going on there? Okay, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of an attack. Let's try something like that, and let's see how that sounds. Oh, forgot about you, my friend. You will turn off. You will get mapped to slow as well. And I think we're going to do something like this, and let's try that. I actually kind of want to try this on slow as well. We might just do both of these slow. That's cool. Okay, I like that. I think we might be done there. We'll just knock these all down. We're only using that fast knob so we can fold all these up. And there's two effects. Third, I said I was going to do something like just like a dub throw, which are always good to have around. So we'll try that with an echo. And the way I'm going to try it is sort of as if the echo were a send, but on its own channel. So we're just going to use a volume knob flicking into that echo against a dry chain like this. And this one will have a utility that will turn it down. I wonder if we could do all of this. We're going to want two envelope midis again, because we're going to want two different shapes, I think. So let's start with getting our dry signal here. Let's map you over here, and you will be our dry gain, and you, I don't know if gain is the right term for this because we're not actually gaining anything, as I will show you right here. Both of these are only going to be as high as 0. These are really just level controls. You are our wet, and we could really just call this one send, because we're just going to pop that into the send like that. So let's take care of getting our dry signal out of the way first. Also, just a little bit of cleanup. We will call you our sweep, and you will be our throw. And that throw we'll group our envelope MIDI here. And again, you will be fast and you will be slower. We'll map you here. And what we'd like to have happen is the opposite of that. We would like this to be inverted. And maybe we will just have a little bit of an attack so that when whatever, the second I hit this, you hear that second and then it turns down. Cool, perfect. And now our slower one, we would like to kind of flick that knob open. And I would like it to, here, we'll flick you open pretty quick, then you'll stay open for a bit, and then you'll come back down. And so we'll catch something into this delay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Maybe quicker. I'm into that. Let's do a little filtering maybe. That's cool. All right. And I would like this to maybe be like a dub plus. Let's put an effect on there at the end so that those delays get... what if we did like a shifter on the delays? And let's call it eighth notes. Yeah, let's try eighth notes. Just up and down as a triangle wave, maybe, on the frequency. Oh, I see what I've done. I haven't turned this on. We could have an even slower one, turning that up over time, which I think I might do. Would it make sense to do that as a... Yeah, we'll do it as another envelope MIDI. And we'll do like a really long attack there with kind of a curve to it. And you'll come up like this, and you'll go to here. And I would like you to... Let's see. Why are you not doing what I would like you to do? The LFO amount. Oh, that's way too long. That's why I won't be seeing you. There we go. So you'll come up over time. Haha, sweet. And we'll drop that a ways, maybe to like 50%. And I think I do want it to be a little slower than that. I'm in a second. I'm also going to try that as a sample and hold. Let's just try some things. That's fun. That's pretty cool. I do want to try it as a sample and hold. I love a good sample and hold. Let's see what happens if we do a fast one of those. Ah, okay, okay. Leave that up and maybe have you come in a little quicker. I think I'm with that. I think I can get with that. I might call that one good. Yeah, I think we're solid there. There's our next effect. Drop that down to just these two so we can see them. And now, boom, 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 we got some stuff going on. And then last, I would like to do like a phasey, crushy kind of just destroyer. Let's start with a redux. And let's just kind of dial in something nice. Yeah. So let's have you on our one knob. And let's get our, we're going to call you the, so I'm jumping back and forth and forgetting to name things. We're going to call you the shifter. We'll just call you the shifter. And you will be for our crusher. And I'm going to see how many kind of comey, crushy, destroyer effects we can stack up here before it gets unruly. So we're now looking at this F. Ba, 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 ba. We'll control this. I think it might be cool to have a little bit of, again, we're going to get different amounts going on here. A little bit of, we'll call you our slow one again, fade in and fade out to some of these amounts. So like, let's say you, not like that. Let's say that you, oh, I see. No, we're going to do that over here. We're going to tell you to go like this. And I think we want you to come down from above. Yeah. And then we'll do a similar thing with you here. Nice, those are interacting well together. I said I was going to do like a phaser kind of thing. Do they have... Yeah, let's just try it with a phaser. I guess we will map you to our on there. We'll give you some pretty serious feedback, a little more notches. And then how does our order affect this? I think that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. We might just be done with that one. I would love to spend a little more time and go way in depth with each of these effects. And I may do another video later on, or I may just put up a project file where there's, you know, a new advanced version of this. I do encourage you to make your own, but you are welcome to mine, Patreon subscribers. All right, let's call you Stutter 2, and we're gonna use, did I do anything crazy on this one? I did not. What could we do about velocity? I'm imagining a situation in which I use the velocity so as I hit the key harder, we can get maybe different speeds out of the beat repeats or different amounts of the phaser. The phaser would react differently. I think that's one I better play with off camera before I try to go whole hog on it. Because how long have we been recording so far? Gotta be like around 19 minutes, I'm told. Okay, I'm just gonna see how this one feels to play with, and we might wrap this up. It's fun. It's cool. It begs to be touched. It begs to be played with. Yeah, I think we're going to call that good. I do just want to really quick see what happens if I throw a chord device an octave above. Let's say if you hit anything up in the C4 octave and trigger an octave below with it, does that hit my do my effects also get triggered? I They do not. They do not. So what we'd want to do is do this before here, and we would make a rack here. We would group these up like this, and we would say, if you're in this, if you're here, then my effects get triggered. Yeah. So then what I would do is I would just kind of go across and do one for each octave, so that no matter where you were on the keyboard, it would trigger the same notes, the same effects with the same notes in the different octaves. I am not going to do that right now. I will do that off camera, and that'll be in the project for you guys as well. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back next time with another cool, glitchy, fun thing. Hey, enjoy.